And here we go again, another practice officially in the books for the Washington Commanders. Got to see a little bit more of Jayden Daniels commanding the offense, Brian Robinson getting some big time runs, Terry McLaurin, the connection between him and the rookie quarterback is really just getting started, and Zach Ertz looks like he could be one of the best tight ends just because of the safety net, that option he allows for Jayden Daniels. We have a lot to talk about in this video, from the news, the notes, the highlights, the observations from today's practice. Now, before we jump into the video, like we always do, I need you guys to do me a favor and go follow all of the Commanders media members on X. Guys, without them, these videos are not possible to make. And also, I guarantee you will not regret it. Sometimes I'll be scrolling through X and it kind of feels like I'm at practice with all the news and notes that they keep us updated with. So go follow them right now. You're going to see 3 ats at the top left of your screen. Go follow them immediately. With that being said, let's kind of dive into the video and talk about today's practice. Now, before practice started, we got to hear a little bit from head coach Dan Quinn, who I am very excited about. The energy, the aura that he brings to this football team. Defensively especially is going to be really cool to see. But one player that he has been really excited about has been the growth of Jeremy Chinn. And Jeremy Chinn is a guy who, coming over from Carolina, he is coming off a bad year, but 2-3 years ago, he was known as one of the best safeties in all of football, right? Panthers put him in the slot for 1 year, he has a down year, and now they get an absolute stud in Jeremy Chinn, moving back to his main position, and Dan Quinn is excited. He said he's got real speed, he's got real length. This is a guy that is going to be massive for what they're trying to do on defense this season. Now, he also said that the interior of the defensive line is something he is excited about. Obviously, Jerome Payne, Jonathan Allen, you have Jerzon Newton, who's really, picking things up here. But man, if you're Dan Quinn, if you're Joe Witt Jr., you have a lot to work with alongside this defense. I mean, I'm not surprised at all that he's excited about it. Now, he's also really encouraged by Brandon Coleman. And if you guys have been paying attention or been paying attention to the videos, then you know that Brandon Coleman has been getting the majority of first team snaps at left tackle, and this is a guy that is making his presence feel known, right? He is out here dominating in one-on-one drills, doing really good jobs against some of the best edge rushers on the team. And this is a guy who's gonna get a lot of work in from here to the end of the preseason to continue to make his case to be a day one starter at that left tackle position. Real quickly, guys, I want you to comment down below 2 players, one on offense and one on defense, who you're excited to see during the preseason, and make it kind of, different. Don't just say Jayden Daniels and Mike Sainristil. Say some guys that maybe some people don't know about. So let me know in the comments down below. But Brandon Coleman is definitely one for me, man. I want to see how he does during the preseason. We also saw Mitchell Tinsley. He had a really good day in one-on-ones. Actually, caught a pass, broke the defender's ankles, and got down the field for a nice little play. Derek Forrest was also a guy who was out during practice today. Quinn said it was injury-related, but nothing serious. He should be back sooner rather than later. Zacchaeus had a really nice catch versus Michael Davis. Sainristil had a near interception against Crowder. And then we had a PBU for... I believe it was Noah Ibignogany. Oh no, just kidding. It was Benjamin St. Juste who got the PBU. So my bad, not Noah Ibignogany. Jayden Daniels also. This was interesting part of practice. When they got to the 7-on-7s, 11-on-11s, this is when things started to get exciting. Actually, wait, before we dive into the exciting part of practice, do me a big favor, guys. 1, hit that like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to join the family, and we will be covering the Commanders throughout the rest of the offseason. Every single training camp practice, we got you guys covered. Every single preseason game, we got you guys covered. And get this, we're going to be live streaming Commanders games, including their opening one next week on my Twitch. Guys, you can follow my Twitch. Link will be in the description below. Come watch the game with me. Come vibe. Break down the film together. Let's do it, man. So join the family. And then regular season games as well. Going to be breaking down film on the YouTube, so make sure you guys are here for that. But with that being said, let's kind of dive back into the video and talk about some 11-on-11, 7-on-7s. Now, one of the first plays was a Jayden Daniels QB draw up the middle. He looked, you know what he looked like? It's gonna sound really weird, but trust me, just listen, right? Looked like Le'Veon Bell. Now, the reason I said Le'Veon Bell is not because the way he runs, but the patience, right? Being able to wait for a lane to develop, right? Not just getting the snap and going, right? Waiting for just a second, find that lane, and he hits it, and then he gets a big gain because of it, man. This dude has great acceleration, and you're going to see that this running game is going to be very, very dynamic and very focused on using his legs, but not only him, but, man, you got Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson as well. Those 2-3 guys are going to be massive. Now, we did also see Terry McLaurin hit Jayden Daniels hit Terry McLaurin, and he caught it with one hand back of the end zone. Beautiful during 11-on-11s. We also saw Jayden Daniels to Ertz for a really nice gain. Again, I feel like Zach Ertz is going to be someone who is utilized a ton in this offense just as a little bit of a safety net. Someone who, Jayden Daniels can just look to throw the ball. When things aren't going perfectly, just dump it down to Zach Ertz and let the boy work. So I think Zach Ertz has been, huge, not only as a mentor for a guy like Ben Sinnott, but also he's just been good on the field as well. The back shoulder pass to Terry McLaurin had another one really, really good. Terry McLaurin hasn't really had a quarterback to make those throws, and I feel like Jayden Daniels has been really good so far in terms of making those ones. Jayden Daniels looked really sharp, only had one incompletion, and it was, a dropped, a bobbling catch for McLaurin. Tyler Owens ended the day with an interception. He's been snapping during training camp so far. He's a guy that, obviously as a UDFA, he's got a lot of work to do. But again, with Derek Force missing today's practice, got to see a little bit more extra burn. You also have, Percy Butler and Jeremy Reeves as well, who will definitely make the team. But he got another interception. He's a guy that's just, all over the football, man, making some big-time plays everywhere. Trent Scott and Brandon Coleman have been the team's tackles in the first team period. Lucas was working as a second team left tackle after missing yesterday's practice, so I don't know if they'll bump him back up into that starting spot, but don't really know. We also saw Brian Robinson with a huge run up the middle. Would have been like a 40-50 yard touchdown. Jayden Daniels being a great teammate, getting hyped, getting activated after the big run, so that was cool to see. Phil Mathis and Tyler B were getting into it after one of the plays during 11-on-11s. But overall, today was a really good practice. Again, Jayden Daniels starting to break out, looking like he is going to be, dynamic, not only with his legs, but with his arm as well. The arm talent is really there. And this is a guy that wants to pass the football. He's not someone that wants to be, a Jalen Hurts, a type of runner. He wants to throw the ball a ton, and we'll see him get a lot of opportunity to do that, especially in preseason. So I'm excited. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications, follow the Twitch if you want to see more, or if you want to watch the games with me, break down some training camp over there live, we can do that. So join the family, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys also comment down below 2 players that you're excited to see and why, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.